Hello again. I got out of, finally managed to get out of the flooded Moncompu village in Kerala, and I'm now on my way to Panpozi village near Sencottai town, on the foothills of probably the greenest, most beautiful mountain roads in our country, the Western Ghats. I'm really looking forward to riding my bike on the Western Ghats. Driving was always a dream on the Western Ghats for me. I've been wanting it to. I won't want to do that for many years, but this is the first time I'm anywhere close to doing that. I've driven, two-wheelers a little bit there, but not as much as this time. I really wanted to come from Thiruvananthapuram, so that would have been a much longer ghat stretch, but I'll have to make do with this time. We'll see about a longer ghat stretch drive or a ride sometime in the future. I'm in Changanasheri now and will pass through Kayamkulam on NH 183, from where I will go left, I think, towards Punalur and Tenmala. I should stop at Tenmala. Hopefully I'll see some elephants. There's a dam there, quite beautiful, and that's on NH 744 according to Google Maps, and then all the way to Sencottai, which is not very far away. I'll enter Tamil Nadu somewhere near town of Puliyarai. If it continues to rain and if the sky continues to be cloudy and overcast, I suspect we are in for a visual treat, the treat of our lives, really. He is looking forward to that journey. I stopped for a few minutes to get some black coffee. It's unbelievable. You won't believe it. When we were children, we could find these small box shops, pettikadai as they are called, and I think in both Tamil and Malayalam, where we could get black tea, black coffee, even buttermilk with lots of green chilies and ginger and curry leaves, curry patta, karvepele. This exquisitely tasty, but you just can't find them anymore. You could find these shops every couple of hundred meters, but it's just so difficult to find. I couldn't find a good Katangapi place or a Katanjaya place. I just went to a restaurant. He gave me a brew or some other stupid instant coffee. It was horrid, but hot water. I just had it because I was kind of shivering. I was cold, and I really needed something. Yeah, so you can't. It's so difficult to get even fresh lime. We used to get Naranga Vellam, fresh lime everywhere. It's so difficult to get this in Kerala now. It's quite sad. You just get Pepsi and Coke and all the other aerated, unhealthy drinks everywhere. Anyway, that's the price you pay for advancement, development, and modernization, I guess. In about 2 hours, I should be closing in on the Western Ghats. Keep an eye on the road. A little distance down the road from Kottarakara towards Punalur is where the Western Ghats will start. And to my mother's village in Panpozi, after my dad's village, then on the way is mother's village. Let's see if it's raining there. If it's not raining, I like to climb the 200-300 steps to the Tirumalai temple. I don't know who's the deity there. I don't remember. So otherwise, hopefully I'll bike it up there and show you some pretty sights. See you on the road. I've always liked driving on these sinuous roads, undulating terrain. It's much more fun than going helter skelter at breakneck speed on a straight highway. Even though I've done a fair amount of that on this road trip as well. But these roads, these lovely sights, everything is clean, as my wife likes to say. All the leaves are looking young and fresh and freshly washed, as if they've just been taken into a washing machine. It's all wet. It's completely overcast, and this is the brief period in the middle when there was very light rain or no drizzle, but it practically rained throughout. How gorgeous is this place? How gorgeous is our country? I remember there's this poet, I don't remember who it was who said, where this is a place where every prospect pleases and only man is wild. We should do better. We need to do better. We must do better. Our country deserves better. We as countrymen deserve better. The exquisite beauty of the Western Ghats has to be appreciated in silence, really. My voice is certainly a distraction. But in spite of heavy rains, roads from Ernakulam to Changanasheri to Kottarakara and till here have been really great. Typically, we get damaged roads after one or a few showers. Not here. Not on this stretch. Thankfully, not much development or modernization seems to be happening here. I remember reading somewhere about a proposal to reduce the rating of the Western Ghats from a protected forest. Certainly must have been with an eye to exploiting the land for tourism. I hope it's not true. I hope it doesn't happen. The no so-called development can ever hope to match the pristine beauty of these lands, these forests, this natural formations. The one road that passes through them that I am on now is enough. On this route, we can all live in the nearby towns and cities and travel through these to enjoy them. There's no need to build any structures here. That will just simply kill this beauty. I should be passing the Kerala Tamil Nadu border soon. Look out for it. I will try and point it out when I go through it. And onwards to Pambali. That's the first stop. Next stop, my mom's village. Go up to the temple if I can. Trek up if I can, or ride up if it's still raining there. I suspect it is raining. See you on the road. Thanks for being here. It's about 9:30 a.m. now. I left Ernakulam in the morning at around 5:10, 10 past 5. And I'm about 35 kilometers short of Sencottai. I won't go to Sencottai. I'll probably take a left towards Pambali, my mom's village, as I said earlier. I stopped at this beautiful Tenmalai Dam. I couldn't see any elephants. There's a lot of elephants here carrying timber from freshly cut trees. Big trunks. Elephants used to be the way they used to be loaded on trucks and stuff, but I guess all that has got automated, and thankfully elephants are not used. I couldn't see any here. And the Tenmalai Dam, according to the board here, is built on the Paladai River. These are the sites one travels for, right? I guess this is kind of continuously moving holiday works for me. I'm clearly a peripatetic soul, and this always movement appeals to me. I possibly couldn't go and stay in a place for long, or lie on a beach or read a book. I'm happier at home with wifey for all that. There are two more landmarks just before I descend into the plains, into Sencottai. I'm hoping I'll stop and I'll point them out to you. They have very fond memories of those landmarks. They signal the end of a journey. In the other direction, they signal the starting of a journey. So beautiful places. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and I'll see you ahead on the road. As I mentioned a couple of times earlier, this is one of the three four landmarks that we had on our bus rides from Sencottai to Thiruvananthapuram and back. The Kaltruth railway station, these this huge bridge, a very imposing structure for us as children. And we taken the train a couple of times, and it was a pretty sight. It was a really pretty sight. And this used to be meter gauge. I think it's all got upgraded to broad gauge now, which is got standardized on broad gauge throughout our country, more or less. Meter gauge trains, very beautiful, and used to get such lovely food. I remember in all stations, and my father and mother would buy us all kind of treats, the standard South Indian treats, dosas, vadas, idlis, curd rice packets, and stuff. In Kerala, of course, it's a little more difficult because they would slip in the occasional fish into a packet of curd rice. So my parents learned to be quite careful about what they were buying. We are vegetarians; we don't eat fish. But this Kalturthi station, really very beautiful, raging. You can see by the raging river how much water is flowing. I'm not sure if the same Palade river. It probably is, because I have been riding parallel to it for a while now. So much of soil that's being washed. This beautiful nature. So we'll see you on the road. Thanks for being here. I turned the camera up a little bit so that you could see how low down clouds, mist are, and it's quite humid. I really can't feel it because of all the protection that I'm wearing. I can't feel the humidity. It's nice and cool, but the sky is so overcast. It's preciously beautiful. It's just amazingly spectacular. I mean, I wish I was here with my wife. I'm about 20 kilometers short of Sencottai, and I just stopped here just now, and I thought I'll record this amazingly beautiful view. I can see some kind of a settlement in the distance. It's like a valley in front of me, low down. I'm not sure if that is Sencottai. I really have no idea. And there's this house built here in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's on the right on the road, but yeah, it's still in the middle of nowhere. The skies, the mountains, the greenery, simply fascinatingly beautiful. See you on the road. Everything is fresh and green. Roads are clean. Beautiful. It is poetry. It is poetry. That board looks like I'm entering Tamil Nadu from Kerala. I think it reads Tamil Nadu Police or something. Into my mother's native state, from my father's native state. A little bit of Ghats are left, if memory serves me right. I must confess, I'll be sorry to get back on the plains. I'll be sorry to see the back of the Ghats, Western Ghats. I love this. I've loved this so far. There are a couple of landmarks coming up for me, for us. They were very nice places for us when we were children. Once again, with the hope that all of us Indians will be able to come together to keep everything here like it is, preserve, cherish, enjoy this, and hopefully so will future generations, our children, their children. I hope this beauty, this parcel of raw, pure nature that we have here will remain for our future generations as well. Seriously, thank you for being a part of this ride with me. I hope I've been able to capture a little bit of the beauty of this part of the country, and I'll see you on the road ahead. The S turn. We were always warned and would be rather scared of what was called in Tamil the S valaivu. Once or twice I remember a train passed us overhead when we were here and I was a boy. Boy, was that scary. Now in my old age, it all seems so benign and easy to navigate. This turn used to signal the start of the end of the journey for us when we used to come from Trivandrum by bus, Thiruvananthapuram, by bus to Sencottai. And once we crossed this S turn, we said this hairpin bend, as it's called in English, I guess. We would know that home was close by, and it would only be a few kilometers, 12 kilometers, and we knew we would reach the Sencottai bus stand in like 10-15 minutes. That this was kind of one of the other markers. The other marker, of course, was the tall bridge that you must have seen earlier in one of the videos where I'd stopped. I'd recorded the video of this raging river. So overall, lovely ride through the Western Ghats, great roads, continuing rain, non-stop rain, and I don't think the original plan was to stop over at Kutralam for a day and explore regions here. I wanted to also go to Harikesanallur, which is the birthplace of the famous great Muttaya Bhagavathar, but doesn't seem to be possible this time. I will go on. I will try and reach Madurai. I should be able to do that comfortably as long as the weather stays like this and it doesn't pour really badly, forcing me to stop anywhere, or roads are not flooded. I should make it to Madurai by evening. I think I'm better off continuing my journey northwards, Madurai, then hopefully I'll make it to Bangalore, and then from there to Secunderabad, and then back home to Gurgaon. So see you on the road. Just a couple of minutes ago, this was actually the only place where I was stopped entering into Sencottai. Just descended the Western Ghats, and when the plane started, police post were checking everybody who was coming in for their RT-PCR test reports or full double vaccination reports. I was stopped. Policemen were quite curious about where I was coming from and how long I had ridden, and they didn't know what to say when they heard that I had driven over 3,000 kilometers, 2,500 kilometers. I think it is now approximately. So yeah, good fun. The only place, otherwise, no state. Maharashtra is supposed to be so strict. Karnataka, no checks. Bangalore, no checks. Nowhere. This is the only place where I have been checked so far. And let's see if I am asked for any such documentation or proof of vaccination in the other states that I ride through. See you on the road. This here is my mother's village, Pamburi. It's written in Tamil, in colloquial Tamil, it gets called Pambuli for some reason. It's Pamburi, I think it is. That's what the English spelling is. That's what Tamil is spelled as. Now I have to find my way to the Thirumalai Kovil, and it's raining, so it doesn't look like I'll be able to climb the stairs. So I'll probably try and ride my bike up. See you on the top. Okay, it's raining quite hard here, and certainly can't do the 200 or whatever number of steps are there. I was looking forward to the climb. Last time I climbed, I just ran up. My fitness levels were nowhere close to what they are now. I'm much better, not as good as I'd like to be, but much better. And I was hoping I'd do a better job of running up the stairs this time. But no, it's not going to be. I have to pay a 10 rupee toll here to use the road. So I'll go up and we'll see what is up there. Stay on this side. I'm hoping it'll be a nice ride. Stay here. This ride up to the top of the Thirumalai to reach the Thirumalai Kovil on top of this hill is certainly proving to be gorgeous. It's a little slippery. I can feel the bike, the tires kind of wavy under me. I'm not getting a good grip. I have good tires, so that's not the problem. It's, I think the road is whichever way, whatever they've done. Maybe it's some oil from vehicles, maybe just the water, or maybe it's the slope, the banking of the road itself. But it's a little slippery, but it's really nice. It's really nice. It's worth coming all the way. That in front of me, ahead of me, seems to be the end of this particular climb. I think I've reached the top of the road. I don't think I'll go up a few steps remaining. I think there are a few steps after from where we park. I can't go up. I need to walk away. It's too much of rain, too much luggage. Next time. And that is the view from the top of the hill on which the temple is built. I'm not going up the stairs, last few stairs. It's all washed out completely in rain, but look at this site. It's utterly beautiful. Tamil Nadu, my mom's village, the surroundings, utterly beautiful. See you on the road.